I read an article recently that said that in current American culture, we have lost a sense of a simple, platonic form of touch between men or men and others. That there's no sense of what would be considered a normal sense of touch, and how the loss of that has removed a sense of gentleness from our culture, especially for men. And it's important for us to think about that because of Jesus' great gentleness with people. And in the first reading, we hear Isaiah speaking about this servant who will not harm even something that is already weak, because it depicts a different kind of strength, one that does not come to overpower or to build something based upon destroying something else, but instead to strengthen that which is already weak, to identify with it. In the Gospel, we have this dinner, a dinner that is full of an air of gratitude on the part of Martha and Mary, recognizing how Jesus' power has come to restore their family. And Mary performs this act of gratitude, of anointing Jesus and caring for him. And in this we see again this expression of this gentleness that was brought about because of this presence that Jesus brought. And it's reflected, the oil and the aroma of the house. And of course there's also the element of the image of preparing for his burial, his death. And if we heard the long version of the Passion yesterday, we heard a similar event described. And so this anointing here is an important one. Whenever anybody's anointed in the Bible, you got to watch out. And in this one, we hear these words. We see that God's presence, the healing presence, it is one that journeys with us, that permeates our lives. It asks us, what kind of disciples are we going to decide to be? When we talk about strength for the journey, when we talk about strength to endure and to continue to move on forward, what kind of strength are we talking about? Is it that strength that I'm going to just push through this and move through, regardless of whether anything around us might be harmed perhaps in that progress? Or we see it in the terms of the strength that comes through in gentleness, in a way that is not abrasive, but instead is a strength that comes from oil when it's used for anointing or when it's used for soothing. It just gently seeps in and strengthens and soothes what's there. And it becomes the point, like, where do we make that point? And it's how we perceive our faith. I just want to share this quote here from Archbishop Romero. Christianity is not a set of truths that need to be believed, of laws that need to be obeyed, or prohibitions. The outcome of these is disgusting. Christianity is a person who has loved me so much that he has claimed my love. Christianity is Christ. And see that our faith is from a living being, from one living being to another. And that the response to that pours out in how we live our lives. And so, brothers and sisters, as today in our local church we prepare for the Chrism Mass, where the oils will be blessed and consecrated for our parish's use throughout the next year, we recognize His gentleness, His mercy, His love that just pours out gently, seeps under the skin and into our bones and into the very depth of who we are. And how we respond to that love is what shapes our lives as Christian disciples.